Good morning, everyone. This is Marita. Welcome to Spiritual Serenity, to another video. So today we have the reading is by the Archangels today. They have come here to assist us in getting more clarity. So it's the guidance is provided by the Archangels today, and I do have another message from the Seagull Collective, but thanks to the Mercury retrograde, I thought I hit record, and when I'm decoding the channeling or the message, the transmission, I go into some sort of a trance. So I close my eyes and I just, say whatever that is transferred to me. So when I opened my eyes, I was like, oh crap, I didn't record it. So I didn't actually hit the record button. So what I did was I just said recorded, but just said whatever I remember from the message. So I'll play that right after this reading. So I'll include that section right after this reading, so whoever wants to listen to that can listen to that section as well. That was from not just one seagull. This is like a bunch of seagulls came. Like, I've never seen a bunch of seagulls here. It's just like all of them just came together and was shouting until I said, I accept your message, and then they transferred the message and they left. So I've been working with the seagull medicine and sparrow medicine for a while, although I'm supposed to be working with like the raven or the crow medicine. But it's been really nice. Like, the sparrow was all about your like the self-worth, and although they're small, they fight for their territory, and they're very fun and kind and loving. But at the same time, if it gets down to like fighting or business or whatever, they do it. So the seagulls are about making most of what you have. Everything you need, you have. Like, universe has already provided for you. You just have to look for it, find it, and use it. But I won't get too much into detail because I'll include that message, the recorded message, at the end if anyone wants to listen. So today morning also I just had this like massive purge. Like, every morning when I wake up, when I'm in like between that sleepiness and wake up state, I go through like, oh, what do I have to release, and just release. So like the spine area and like the back area just feels so like relieved, but at the same time it feels like sore type of like in my etheric body. So it's been a good release. So yesterday I was in a really good mood. There was a wave that came in. I was kind of tired for like an hour or so. I took a small nap, and then basically I was just in a frenzy to plant. Like gardening stuff, and like I had some potting soil that I've saved from last summer, and just took all that out and put some plant stuff in like water to sprout the roots. Some I put into the potting soil, like seeds and stuff. So let's see where that goes. I don't know what that was about, but I was just like really happy, and I was in a state of constant heightened high vibrations all throughout yesterday. I mean, even today, but yesterday was just like, I was super happy to be able to garden for some reason. And I'm like, I didn't really try at this level. I had a couple of plans before, but now I'm just like, okay, let's just do this and see. But so today's reading, today I was shuffling the cards, and the middle card, the Lovers, popped out. Like, I was just shuffling and it just popped out, like it wanted to come out. So it's the common card for both. And obviously this is the ultimate twin flame card and the card of kind of union. So that applies to both the masculine and feminine. So this card represents the upcoming unions, the anticipation of unions, and the literally just bearing themselves and just stripping themselves to their real authentic self. You know that the kundalini, the fires of passion, and the angels giving us their blessing, their help, and these sun codes coming in, and these just all these factors together. We're just prepping right now. We're just prepping for union. And this is like the feminine energy is looking at the spiritual aspects of everything. The masculine energy is looking at the physical aspects. And together they bring that perfect union and that perfect balance of the physical and the spiritual. And right now we're at this pivotal point, pivotal turning point. This month is so transformative. It's literally just like last week, you're not the same person as you are today. It's so transformative because all these waves that are coming in are just clearly purging and helping us heal through so much of stuff. And it's not just our own, it's a lot of collective issues also that we're healing. It's like at this point, every time you heal something, it's not you, it's collective energy that you're healing. So we're just transforming, transmuting energy, and it comes in the way of like a personal experience, but all in all, it's just healing of collective energy. There are like twists and turns, not in a harsh way or like an extreme way, but there are things in life that are turning. Like all of a sudden tomorrow things will change, and they're all turning for the better. Like you're all protected, like insanely protected right now because of all these dark forces trying to attack us and everything like that to stop us from going forward. So the collective energy is like the kundalini is up and running, and the miscommunications are done. Like misunderstandings are done. There's clarity, there's understanding, there's divine guidance and divine interference at this point. So all we have to do is just keep on going in our path. And the path is like whatever makes us happy, do that. Whatever makes us happy, do that. It's just like maintaining the vibrations is what it is while doing your mission. So the divine feminines today are just working on that the balance between the emotions and just being more stable, like not to get too emotional or not to be too detached type of a deal, where you find the perfect balance to interact with others in a way that makes you shine, but at the same time it's not too draining. This is kind of the focus on right now. We have to focus on our solar plexus chakra, like I said yesterday, because that's kind of like the central sun of our body. And the central sun, and that's the place where we are really bombarded sometimes with other people's energy. And the other place is the sacral chakra area. But like when we interact, it's through our solar plexus, our personality is kind of shown. So polishing up your solar plexus and making sure that it's not blasted open, it's very important. Like I know that I would my chakras are like spinning like crazy at home, but when I go out without like closing them a little bit down, I'm bombarded with other people's energy, and it's just like you're vulnerable. So when you go out to interact, kind of close your aura more closer to your body, pull it back, and then imagine a knob on each of your chakras and just lower the size of the spin, kind of. If it's spinning like really wide, make it a little bit smaller, so it's functional, but at the same time it's not absorbing everyone's energy. Like the thing about the solar plexus and the sacral chakras is that you really have to come to a place where you are able to, especially for empaths, you're able to distinguish between your emotions, your feelings, and your preferences against the others. So you really have to come to this place where you know who you are, you know what you're about, so you can distinguish between your emotions, your energy, and others. And that's the flip side of being an empath, where you feel everyone else's, but like most of us grow up without knowing if it's ours or others. And for that survival instinct, we have this thing where we feel out what other people are thinking, so we can kind of react to what they are about, because we don't want other people to dislike us. But now it's the time to know who you are and really be in your power. So you don't really have to like be super magnetic to other people's energy, like you're not pulling in other people's energy to understand how they're feeling. Instead, you can just project what you're actually feeling, and they can project what they're feeling, and you're able to understand. That's being empathic. And sympathize with them, empathize with them, but at the same time not engaging fully on with that energy. So that way it helps you to understand them, but at the same time be in your own power. So that's the important part. And just watch out for the rocks along the way. Don't trip over small things. Remember the bigger picture and the road where you are traveling to. And I think like many of us are ascended already. Like I'm ascended already, but it just took us long enough. Like we have to accept it, and like we have to just accept it that we have ascended. Because some of us are thinking like, oh, we're still, on, like we are on a journey of a lifetime, but at the same time, ascension is about being completely enlightened, but at the same time, you're still on a journey of knowledge. It's being open to learning and being open to knowledge. It's the most beautiful thing about an enlightened being, because they don't think they know everything. They're still open to learning more, because there's always more to learn. So this journey of discovery, it's still on. It doesn't matter if you're like from the awakening to ascension to beyond. Every day of this life is a learning point. So enjoy the journey, and then watch out for like any people who are trying to throw you off your path, any deceptions. Once again, be very discerning. They're very adamant on that. They're saying be very, very discerning, because it's all about enjoying the experience rather than getting to the top. So that's what it is. And enjoy your wings, they're saying. Like many of us ascended and got our wings. Like it was really, really good experience, and it feels nice. It makes me feel like right now the energy is just makes you feel just at the top of your place. And the crazy part is there are always these distractions sometimes to pull you down, especially when you're scrolling through YouTube and stuff. But after a certain point, you're just like you're not bothered by them. You see it for what it is, and you're like, nope, I'm not falling for it. So it's just like, okay, we've literally won, but we just have to close the gap between from like that we just have to close the gap to fully bring that ascension to the physical level. As it takes a while, although it happens, for us to pull it in, to manifest it, it takes a while. So that's what we're working on right now for the manifestation, so that everyone, like the humans, can literally see it, so that event can happen. So the divine masculines are traveling away from their worries and their daily entrapments. That's what I'm getting. Entrapments. They were like so entrapped with these certain worries that they thought they couldn't get out, but they're all leaving that behind. It's like they're going to the better, calmer waters. Everything is more based on the emotions rather than this rigid earth-based teachings of the society. It's more like really more emotion-based. So they are going to a better place where they are finding harmony. And the most beautiful part is today they're exploring their skills. Some, like today I was told when I got up in the morning, get ready for some amazing crazy downloads. So it's a really good day to get these downloads, I think, for both divine masculines and feminines, because as these waves come, they bring sort of knowledge and light codes to us that unravels the DNA, what's encoded in our DNA. So we are able to get more and more information and unlock more of our skills and abilities. So today the divine masculines are getting at a larger scale. So make sure to meditate and really center yourself in the heart center. So yeah, the divine masculines are just it's not like a fast ride, but they're steadily moving away. But now they know their destination. Before they were like, should I try this, should I try that? Trial and error is over. Now they know. Now they are very much aware of what's going on, what is to be expected, and they are anticipating for good times to roll. That's what the angels are saying. They're so funny. Like, I love my team of guys. They're super funny. Like, literally my Instagram memes are given to me by them. It's not me, it's them. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is sacrilegious. They're like, just post it. But yeah. So the thing is that if the divine masculines have any worries and doubts, know that it's your mind. See how the swords are like on the side of the boat. It's like your mind is entrapping you into something, and when you look on both sides, it looks like you're trapped. But you just have to keep looking ahead instead of concentrating on the sides or trying to look back. If you look back, you see all the pains and suffering that you had to go through. If you look at the sides, you see your mental anguish that you're trying to get rid of, and your doubts and fears and your mental programming. But if you just keep looking ahead and just keep focusing on your goal, where you're going, the Lover's card game, your goal is unity, both of you, both masculine and feminine. Keep looking to the front. Use your emotions to navigate yourself to your goal. Focus on the goal and just keep going forward. Keep looking forward. So move away from anything that's turbulent in your life towards what makes you feel calm. And that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. It's like that. It's the best indicator of if you're going the right direction or not. Your emotions. What do you feel when you do something? What do you feel when you do that? If something makes you feel utterly joyful, you're doing the right thing. And then you'll see angel numbers. And then you know you're going the right direction. There's messages everywhere, It's like it's literally like that. So you are given guidance in that way with the signs and the numbers. So just keep your focus and keep going forward, because it's when you follow your heart and you find joy, another skill or talent or something that is unique to you will be uncovered. And whatever you learn, nurture them. Those skills, whatever you discover that you have, keep developing them. You know, a year ago I sucked at reading cards, but I just kept trying and trying and trying. And then all of a sudden I discovered, like, oh, this is how I get to read the messages. Like, this is how I get it. Clairaudience, Clairsentient, all these things. I just started developing, like, since last year, to a level where I'm just like, whoa. I mean, I used to be clairaudient. It was like freaking clear as day. But when I was like 19, like 18, 19, 20, but at that time I was like, that was like my first trial ascension. So yeah, that was that, but I really didn't understand like the depth of it. But then now it's like that full on proper examination time. That was like that mock examination. So now it's like you're getting more than you ever even knew was possible, and there's so much knowledge everywhere on the internet. So you can, like, if you're guided to read, and then when you read, sometimes some things that you read are meant to trigger downloads. It's not just for the knowledge, but to trigger some downloads. Like how it's planned is sometimes you just have to read one word and that word will trigger downloads. That's how it's planned. So literally experiencing something or seeing something will trigger a memory, a download, a past life, a memory, a skill, something like that. So it's like you got to feel your way through life, like experience your way through life, something like that. Yeah, it's not as easy as it sounds, I know. I'm one of those people, I'm like, I don't want to go outside my house type of deal. All in all, you got to do what you got to do. And so yeah, that's the reading for today. The masculines just have to be grounded and work on their crown chakra to get more more downloads for their skills, to enhance their skills. The divine feminines are just exploring how to be in balance and working on the solar plexus chakra, and then working on their journey and understanding the journey. So yeah, here's the seagull message for you guys. This is the seagull message that came out. They said to go within and look for answers within, rather than going outwards to seek, because everything is within. We're encoded in our DNA with light codes, with geometric shapes, and we have skills and talents that the universe has gifted us. And these gifts we are to use. Every time we use these gifts, the part of where we are, we light up. So the part of the grid that we're supporting also lights up, the 5D grid. So whenever we use these gifts, we feel the limitless joy and unconditional love, and at the realization of how powerful these gifts are, we realize and we see what we can do with it. We feel joyful, and these joyful and loving moments are what lifts up our vibrations. So they said to go within, because everything is within. The universe has gifted us these gifts, it's encoded within us. All we need to do is go within. Don't go, and they say not to go and give our energy to everything else, because what we put our energy into is what grows. So if we cultivate our gifts and figure out what we have and just go within and find and cultivate and put our energy into those gifts, then we go into this light up mode where we literally light up and shine brighter and brighter, where our vibrations go up and we ascend, like we're helping the collective to ascend that way. So we are part of this, and the 144,000, they said to, like, we're leading, as the twin flames, we're leading this ascension. So they want us to put our energy into going within and raising our vibration, and they want us to really work with what we have, and seagulls are all about working with what we have. I'm sorry, I thought I was recording the entire thing when I was in the trance, and when I was downloading and decoding this message, but this transmission, but I didn't. By mistake I didn't, so I have to repeat what they said. So what we're doing is this unique gifts are like a piece of the puzzle to the entire grid. So whatever we have to just go within instead of seeking answers from everywhere, and raising our vibration. So we have to just keep putting our energy to ourselves, doing things that we love to do, and they're all about using what you have, like what is available, the resources that is available. Don't think like, oh, I don't have this, so I can't do this. Find ways to do things with what you have. And like law of attraction, being happy with what you have, making use of what you have brings you more things. So I guess that's the lesson that they want to give you, they want to share with you. And I've been working with the seagulls for a couple of months now, and today, not just one, like a whole bunch of seagulls came to deliver this message. So they call themselves the Seagulls Collective, and this is from them. Messages through to us from Gaia, and they really want us to focus within ourselves, because we are the leaders of ascension, and they are counting on us. They said whole of Gaia is counting on us, the Twin Flame Collective, to do this and lead. So we don't want to be looking around for our answers when everything is within us. They said to focus to unlock and unravel everything that is encoded within our DNA. That is all we need. We have already studied, we have already mastered everything that we need to use in this lifetime. So that is what they're saying. So yeah, they said they're the Seagulls Collective, and they said thank you also. Thank you so much for joining me today for another video. Please subscribe, share, like, and comment down below of your ascension experience and where you are at in the ascension process. I love you guys, and thank you so much for all your support. And please make sure to check out my Facebook group and my website for the services. And if you're looking for a past life regression QHHD session, email me. I do one free session per week for the light workers, so do email me on that. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Marita signing out from Spiritual Serenity.